Hi, I'm Brandy. This is Hound Dog Hello, and today I am just popping on to say hello for Halloween, and also I had filmed my Sacred Space crate for the month unboxing, but the file got corrupted on my camera, so I'm just going to do two things at once. I still have a whole bunch of other. Sorry, I'm getting myself organized. I still have a whole bunch of other boxes, including the Witch's Bounty, the Witch's Box Mystery Box, and a Kickstarter that I want to share. But I'm going to film those and post them later in the week because it's been crazy. And after grocery shopping and cooking, getting my kid ready to go for trick or treat, I can't stay as long as I would like. So let's just pop in. This is my Sacred Space crate. Um, I love Sacred Space Crate. I should just pop out and say that. I actually filmed this already once, but the file was corrupted and I don't want to do it again. So that's what it looks like when you first open it. This is different than my normal style. You know, I like to look straight in the box. So right on top is the paperwork. And again, this has been opened already once by me. So the insert, I usually set aside because I like to um, look at that last. I like to be surprised. This is the moon in the zodiac. Oops, that's not correct. This is the moon in the zodiac for the month, where she does a little forecast for each of the signs, which I find very fun and lovely. This beautiful artwork that you color and charge up yourself. And then she has a really nice idea of like putting it onto a board and then like Mod Podging it or something to use. And so that's really cool. I like that. And a Samhain art Book of Shadows page, which I collect Book of Shadow pages from all of my boxes. I love that. So again, I've already opened this one, so it's kind of like not as neat as when she packed it, but has a very strong, almost perfumey smell, which is pleasant. Here is the incense Beyond the Veil. Here's a little bag with a calavera or a sugar skull on it. Here's the candle, the Samhain candle. Very cute. Little beads and pumpkin. Smells very nice. Yum, yum. This is a ribbon from a box that's in here. I unwrapped it to open it. And it's got a pretty pendant. It's obsidian or a pentacle or pendulum. It's obsidian with chakra beads. Very nice. That's what the little bag is for you to put your pendulum in. So very cool. Oh, here we go. Here's an oil. Summoning Spirits Conjuring Oil. I like how it's black. I've already read the insert once, and I believe that that's the activated charcoal she put in. I haven't smelled it, but I'll do that now. Oop. It's got a very, very mild scent, which is nice. You got all these dealy bobs. We've got tea with ancestors. Very potent, just add a pinch. A pinch of tea to 8 ounces of boiling water. Steep for a few seconds and remove with a tea strainer. Add milk and honey if you desire. It has mugwort, lavender, and rosemary. So that's cool. Here's our herb in our jar for the month. It's rosemary powder. Rosemary is one of my favorite herbs to work with. I do have a ton from my own garden, but I love little jars. I forget the name of this. This is not a stone that I'm familiar with. It's hypercystine or something. Um, I'll read a bit about it when I look at the insert. Oh, and to go with your ancestor tea, here's a little heart tea strainer with another little calavera charm. So that's cute. Some of my favorite items in her boxes are her salves. So this is a tummy salve, sunflower oil, ginger, peppermint, and lavender for nausea and stomach upset. Okay, so that just leaves the big item. And the big item, so she's been doing a series of witchy home decor. And the big item is a Happy Samhain plaque. Has a little poetry on it. It's cool. I'm not one for that's not true, not for decor. What am I trying to say? I certainly honor the Sabbats, but I am more about honoring them in my own unique way and according to the land where I live. So while of course we absolutely celebrate the secular holiday of Halloween, and some elements of Samhain, I really don't think that I'm going to continue. We use the week, so from now until September 7th, when the Hi Sachi Happy Samhain, when the actual astrological holiday will be, to basically just honor the dead, honor our dead specifically. So we have an ofrenda up all year, an ancestor altar with offerings on it up all year long. That is not new for us, but we tend to pay it more, give it more decor and attention this time of year. Although I would say that I'm pretty closely connected to my ancestors most of the year. I rely heavily on ancestor veneration as a backbone of my practice, which has evolved substantially this last year. This has been a really big year for spiritual growth for me, at sometimes a painful price. It's been kind of lonely. But anyway, so just really briefly, the Samhain wall plaque, the black obsidian pendant with chakra beads, the black velvet pendulum bag, black obsidian pendulum. I don't know why I keep messing that up. The Samhain ritual candle, the summoning spirits conjure oil, which has grapeseed, activated charcoal, rosemary, wormwood, and dandelion root with frankincense and lilac. Very cool. Rosemary powder in a jar. Polished hypercystine stone, which activates your third eye, intuition, gut feeling. Tea with the ancestors, sugar skull heart tea infuser, beyond the veil incense sticks, tummy salve, and moon in the zodiac calendar with the artwork. And then it gives a little spoiler for next month. She's finally doing their 2-year anniversary, and it's supposed to be really special and full of her favorite items. So I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, it doesn't want to close. Yeah. So I really love that box. I highly recommend it to you. I will come back and put a link in the description below, although you guys have probably seen me unbox this box for quite some time now, so you're probably familiar with it. I was a bit unpredictable with this, so I don't have very many people on right now, but that's okay. I can come back at a later time. So, one of the things that I'm, of course, working on is surviving grad school and nursing in a pandemic. As you guys know, you've been sticking with me all this time, so you know what's up. Um, but I wanted to be more active. And of course, that kind of falls through because I'm tired. But I bought in bulk a whole bunch of stuff with the idea that I was going to make some boxes to sell. And so I definitely want to make you guys aware of that. One of them, one of the ideas that I have will be a Moonology box. Um, it'll be kind of mix and matches for you guys. If you are interested in the book, the original deck, or the 2022 planner, which my planner reviews are coming up as well. I'm going to place an order tonight, but I do have a huge stack of books right here that I have to get through. Not get through, I'm not going to read them right now, but I want to definitely talk to you guys about um, the planners. Oh, there they are. I've got my standard planners that I get every year, but something that's coming up is I'm going to review the planners that I got last year and tell you which ones I liked, which ones I won't be using again, which ones are great but just not suited to my personal the way that I think. Um, and then I'm going to start doing my review of planners for you guys. And I'll have like a little demo of the box ready. It's going to come with extra goodies, but the main thing that you will get to decide is, do you want the Moonology book, the deck, and the planner? Do you want the deck and the planner? Do you want the book and the deck? Do you want the book and the planner? Like, you will be able to make that kind of choice, and the price will change accordingly. If I have enough for 10 boxes of everything, but the book and the decks are a little older, and they may not be um, people might have already purchased them. The other thing I was thinking would be nice is that we would have like a little Zoom meeting for the 10 to 13 of us to kind of review what it says for this lunar cycle and plan them together, the SBATs together, just kind of review. I like Zoom better because instead of YouTube where I'm kind of like talking at you, I feel like if I facilitated a small Zoom group, we could actually converse with each other, and that might be nice. And so I'd like to either do that with a membership on YouTube, because it does cost money to get a Zoom subscription. You can do the Zoom for free, but they only let you meet for a certain amount of times with a certain amount of people. Um, in your free subscription, and if you pay for the subscription, you have better options. So that would be something. I definitely know that the offerings are going to bang, like expand dramatically this upcoming summer because I finally graduate, and not just graduating, I'm taking 3 months off. Seriously, I'm not doing anything for anybody but myself for 3 months. Well, my kid, my husband, you know what I'm talking about. So there's a whole bunch of box ideas. There's a membership and a private Zoom group idea. Um, this room is exploding with stuff for a witchy yard sale in December, and I haven't even gone out to the crystal, my crystal person. So definitely that. I mean, part of me would love to do it before the holidays, but I just can't. Especially with the post office being what it is, it you would there's no way I could get it to you because I don't finish school until December 15th. I literally work a 12-hour shift on December 15th, and then I work another 12-hour the 16th, and so I just wouldn't have time to pack and get it out to you. Even if I did like overnight mail, it just wouldn't work. So, um, stay tuned for that. Um, What other things did I want to talk to you guys about? So I was looking at memberships. I've got to the Moonology boxes would be the first ones. I actually bought in bulk a whole bunch of my favorite decks, a whole bunch of my favorite books with ideas of like study group. Like you would buy the book and then we would have a study group via Zoom. I'm trying to ease away from Facebook because it's a little bit toxic on social media. I like Instagram because I'm just looking at pictures most of the time and I don't have to listen to people's crazy. But Facebook is a little more crazy and a little less pictures. But I digress. Hmm. What do you think, Sachi? Am I missing anything? I'm definitely feeling the pull inward. I know I spoke to you guys many times this year how I was feeling more called to connect with other people and to learn from others and to like try that role out in my spirituality, which I have never done. I've been a witch for decades. Oh, I'm that old. And most of it was completely solitary with very little outside influence aside from books. And this last year, I took workshops. I went to a conference. I went to Hex Fest in New Orleans. I did virtual conferences. I did workshops. I bought books. I joined an online coven. I did all of that. And um, it was a lot. I've learned a lot. I have a lot still to integrate. And so this is a really nice time to integrate. Yeah, Sachi, that would be, we'd have to think of a time that works for everybody. Um, or we could do a time that um or I mean, depending on how many we have, we could do two times, a late and an early, depending on what's better for everybody. Or we could do a Zoom and record it with everybody's permission and put it privately onto my YouTube that you can only access it with a link for members only. Um, it just depends. We would, of course, it's going to be really small and intimate, so we'd work it out. Yeah. I feel like part of the thing is really nice is connecting with people. I do enjoy connecting with people. I want to avoid um, really strong dogma. I really don't feel like it's necessary at all. And I found through my learning that people love the tea. They love to serve the tea piping hot. Uh, but people don't like when you give them criticism at all. Um, so I found that I needed to pull back. My plans for tonight is to take my son trick or treating and to light the ofrenda with fresh coffee and snackies for my dad. Um, I personally will celebrate from the 30th through the 7th. 7th is when it's astrologically the dead center between fall and winter equinox. So that's when I will be doing that. Um, so basically all week I'll be doing stuff. The problem is I'm working a 60-hour work week. Actually, no, I'm working 10 straight days in a row. Oh, I forgot about that. So I have been doing small things for my ancestors as I go. So for example, yesterday we had a Halloween party a Halloween get together. It was very nice. It was very, celebratory, which again, this is a celebration. This is the third harvest. We're celebrating, what we have, what we've reaped this year, what we've harvested. of course, tomorrow is the traditional day. Tomorrow's All Saints Day. So I guess if I was being very traditional, I would say 31, 1, and 2. 31, the first and the second. Um, but of course, the meal that I'm going to cook for my ofrenda is not until Sunday because that's when I have time next Sunday. Um, let's see. Oh, so today we had all this extra food that I heated and we boxed up, and then we fed the homeless. Um, Not a lot of them, probably just 6. I mean, it wasn't that much leftover food. Um, but I've definitely felt connected to a particular ancestor that I just love to pieces who had periodically struggled with homelessness in their life. And so it really helped me feel connected with them. I feel like it's mostly just acts of service and love and devotion. Um, it's the whole of my ancestor practice, which is good for me. It's good for me. It's good for my family to acknowledge the the love and sacrifice that went into my life being what it is today. And I'm very grateful that I have that insight. And I'm very grateful that I am related to and descendant of who I am. And most importantly, I've been working very hard to be a good ancestor, to do my part to heal myself and heal my line, and set up my descendants and our progeny for success, um, and not just monetary abundance, because that's also an aim, um, but skills that historically I do not feel were very well passed down to children, just because traditionally children were seen as like not property, but not real full people. And so I disagree with that concept, although it is hard to have a little child that relies on you for everything, giving you sass, but we work on that. Anyway, this went a weird topic. We're going trick or treat probably in the next 10 or 15 minutes. But I will hopefully come home and film um, at least 3 unboxings here. And I hope to start working on this room. God, Sachi, I would love to be that organized, but I am, let me see. So I work 10 days in a row, and then I have 2 days off. And I'm not getting a break until mid-December. So that's kind of problem. I will work on it. It's just the most important thing I have on my mind is my finals right now. Well, not my finals, but my midterms, which is on the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th. So one's a physical midterm where I video record myself. Not video record, it's just live, just like this as a Zoom, with a model and my teacher. And I'm showing them how I do my assessment and exam and how I help this person and figure out what's wrong with them. So that's this upcoming weekend. And then the actual written exam, and it's on cardiology, which is really challenging. So I will try my best, Sachi, because I know it's kind of fly by the seat of my pants around here right now. And I really appreciate you guys for sticking with me. But there is so many projects I want to do. It's just finding the time and the space to do so. And granted, old me from maybe 2 years ago would have been like, I can sleep when I'm dead. It's just that at this point of the Moonology box will be soon, Sachi, as soon as I can. Let me show you something. Don't judge me. But this whole thing is full. This is all boxes full of projects and things that I'm trying to put together. Literally big giant boxes from Hay House with books and decks and um, other little thingies that I was gonna do a witchy yard sale in December. You just won't get the boxes um, until early next year. I intend to do the witchy yard sale in December. It's just um, the shipping. It usually takes me about 3 weeks total to get everything done and out. So yes, there will be a witchy yard sale. At least I'm intending to. The Monology box will be soon because I definitely want you guys to get your boxes in time to start with the new moon in January. Um, and it's basically this year's version of this, which by the way, I use this every single Sabbath. It was really good, which is why I decided to buy them in bulk to kind of do a little project with a select group. Um, and so yes, I will. I promise. I will. The boxes for sure. I know because what is the point of having all of those boxes in bulk and just letting them sit till next year when they will be not very useful to anybody? So I that is one of my priorities. The other thing, the witchy yard sale is a priority. I will do it in December. The unboxings are not super high priority because I mean, there's so many other people out there doing it. I love to do it. I love to share with you guys what I'm getting. And it's kind of a nice preview because a lot of times the things that don't really resonate with me end up in the witchy yard sale. So that's really pleasant. I love to do that. There's a lot of books. There's a lot of decks. There is some herbs. I'm hoping to make candles. That this round will be really affordable because I'm still learning, and so they might be Franken candles. And I'm going to go out to. I have been buying every time I go out there in bulk crystals for good prices, and so I do intend to make one or two more trips out there for crystals out to my supplier. And I believe that there's a gem show coming up in the next couple weekends, and I will be purchasing at the gem show as well. I know that some of you guys have requested if I could find more rose quartz spheres or things like that at the prices that I found them at. I will absolutely do my best to find those wonderful things for you. One of the things that I found is this giant selenite bookend. It's pretty cool. It is heavy. So that's just the kind of stuff that I'm looking at. Here's another pretty one. This one's more, this is also a selenite, but smaller. So just that kind of thing that I'm looking um, for you guys to share with you guys is coming up. So I hope that answered your question. Yes, the Moonology box will be soon. Sachi, I will work on that and I will share it with you guys. The membership, depending on if I can get 13, it would be really, really fun. And for those of you who wanted to join the Zoom and already have the box or the deck or whatever, and you just wanted to be part of the Zoom, then I would probably put a tier in for that as well. I hope to, once things die down a bit, resume teaching again. I have a lot to say. And after learning from other people for a whole year, I thought that people, I guess I had people who presented and wrote books and all this other stuff on a pedestal. But some of the lectures that I went to is just like, this is all very basic. I talked about this stuff for free on my channel. And so I feel like I have a lot to offer, and that will be coming up. Not this year though, next year. But yes, Sachi, the Witchy Yard Sale will be in December. The Moonology box will be, I hope to have it out or at least packaged by November. I will show you. I have a big, huge box from Hay House over there. Yeah, I think that is it. I um yeah. And it might not just be moonology. I might have two different tiers in my membership. One might be SFATs, where we talk about the SFATs every 2 weeks, right? And then the other one might be like a study group where we spend the term, a quarter or a class period, um, talking about like astrology or herbology or ancestor veneration or blah, blah, blah. Billions of different things that we could talk about. And it would be more of a collaborative situation. I definitely found lacking, like if I went to a Richie lecture and they did not have a talk presentation lined out for me, whether or not they had a PowerPoint, but if they did not have a lecture laid out for me, I found it very challenging to feel like I got a good, um, like I got anything out of that chat. Um, and except for I find that our older crones, I was very lucky to see Priestess Miriam, and she just spoke from the heart, and it was like she was speaking to me. It was wonderful. Um, and I saw Ballard, and it was very much like that. She is very excellent, but kind of like in their own flow. Everything else, though, if you're going to, like, let's say you're going to teach me about candle magic, then I expect you to have points, right? I expect it to be a logical flow or structure. And so when I do those meetings or Zooms, it will be like I have a logical structure and then we will talk about it as a group. Or I might have a logical structure or PowerPoint that I send out and then we review it or talk about it or have our own situation or understanding like at the thing. It would be very collaborative. If there's anything I learned, I don't want to learn for somebody who wants me on the bottom and them on the top. Does that make sense? I want it to be a peer to peer situation, which is not super common. Um, and I want that for you guys too, because most of you I've been have been with me for years on this journey. And you have your own practices and you have your own ideas and thoughts and the way that you do things. And I want to build a community where we connect peer to peer because what you're doing is valuable. And what I information I have is general information that you'll have to condense and synthesize to fit your life and your spirituality because nothing in the world will match your spirituality because you're you. So that's one of the things that's coming. But I have to take my kid trick or treating. So I love you guys so much. And thank you for watching. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Sachi. Um, I hope you guys have a blessed Samhain and a wonderful Dia de Muertos and All Saints Day. And Sachi, I am new. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I do feel like sometimes when we are going into the witchy community to learn, it's an gnarly place. I wouldn't want to learn. I wouldn't want to be a beginner in this community that we exist in now. I'm glad that when I was learning as a kid, I rarely used the internet and I did not know how to use social media. I was using MySpace to hook up with boys, but I wasn't connecting with witches. I would go to my little witchcraft shop, Avatha's Herbarary in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the old crone there, she is so cute, that worked there, she would help me out and guide me and give me information. And the various people who were coming in there would talk to me too, but mostly I read and learned that way. And I practiced um, and learned that way. And then, of course, when I was younger, I learned a roundabout way. I learned mythology. I did dream work. I did um, various other things. So it is rough to learn witchcraft right now in the community. But I'd like to make a nice space where it's a little more welcoming and more respectful for adult learners. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Hi, I'm at this Moonstone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will try my very best to get some stuff filmed and uploaded for tomorrow. Because I have at least 3 things to unbox. I have the Witch's Bounty, the mystery box from the Witch's Box, and I have a Kickstarter on needles and pins, which I'm so excited to open, but it's not coming. If you guys are interested in any of the things that I said, please comment. Comment to me or send me a message on social media, either Instagram or Facebook, so that I can kind of know who's like wanting to do this with me, and kind of prioritize you guys. Oh, thank you, Amethyst. Kind of prioritize for you guys because I would much prefer to have our little Zoom meeting be my friends who have been with me for all this time. Not that I'm not welcoming other people, but I do anticipate it being very popular. And so I want to make sure that you guys who have been with me forever are always prioritized at first. And then maybe that after a certain amount of time, I'll have to expand and maybe do multiple sessions so that everybody gets a chance. But I don't want to leave my my long-term friends in the dust. So anyways, message me if any of that sounds interesting. And I'm going to try to get the Moonology Oracle deck as well. But I'm waiting for, because I have like a VIP membership on Hay House, and I'm waiting for every month I get a different like perk, and so I'm waiting for to see what November's is, and I hope I'll be able to offer that in the bundle tiers. I do like Moonology. It's really fun, nice information. So stay tuned for that. Of course, in our class, we're not going to just do Moonology. I have like probably 10 or 15 resources that I refer to every new moon and full moon. So I will still pull the information from that to share, and also share the resources if they're free resources, which, by the way, if you don't have the Chani app, it's free and it's wonderful and you're missing out. If you don't follow Kiara Stellar on Patreon or on Instagram, it's free and it's wonderful and you're missing out. I love the Witching Hour. She also does a really nice new moon stuff, and she's just a really funny witch on Instagram. And then there's several different mailing groups that will send you emails with updates, and all of that is free. So yes, I will also be, I know for a fact that I bought 2 Just a Phase planners with the intention to give one away. So their giveaway is coming for that. And that's from my star twin, Allison Hadley, Alice in Wonderland. So the Just a Phase planner for 2022, I've purchased a couple of those. I'm looking for other deals for planners that I really believe in, or for Llewellyn to have a really good deal, and I will buy several of those to also have like a bulk situation to have for sale on my website. So much, right? All right. I love you. My kid is ready to go. So have a wonderful day. God bless you guys. Goddess, God, divine, spirit, ancestors always. Your ancestors always with you. Never forget. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.